I'm on the open mic, so I can say hey, so I'm just going to do that. Hey,
Time started.
This poem was inspired when I read when someone that I admire's quote from an interview is Alessandra Naccarato. They said, "But when I think of how many generations it took for me to write a single line of a poem, how many choices, ocean crossings, and languages were required for me to be able to write these words, I'm very grateful." And it was just at a time where I had a bit of writer's block, and I don't know, it just inspired me to put my pen down anyways. This poem is about my grandpa, and it's my first time reading it. Home smells like coconut oil, rubbed into Dadu's buzzed hair, silvery white and fine. Once with his fiery scalp dyed auburn with mendi, he sat blocking the front door, in all seriousness, balanced a shoe on his head, in protest of some family matter. All this to say, he was a stubborn man. A cushion is flattened beneath him from days of fevered anticipation. He aims his crooked index, wrinkled and condemning, towards the Qabristan that lays at the foot of Royal Oak, a hilled and neatly trimmed brass lawn, marked in memories, years and years. To say goodbye, I rest my head on the flannel of his collar, wrap my arms around the round of his belly. I think if you are ready to go, to say goodbye, as he is being wheeled out of the elevator, rolling quickly towards the operating room, he reaches for my hand, and with a silent fearfulness in his eyes, plants an uncertain kiss on my tiny knuckles. In the pristine lobby of critical care, outside a room with a glass sliding door, the doctor gives us the promise of years and years to come. Desk chairs swivel into a circle where my grandfather lays half-woken. He usually crinkles his long face into a smile, one eye drooping slightly shut. Laugh sings my name, "Miri Angel," and offers me whatever is on his plate. A biscuit, half-brown banana, a story he tells and forgets of his quick math skills, outsmarting a teacher who dragged him by the ear, cursing, "Why don't you solve it, smartass?" and pushed him towards the blackboard, to which my grandfather, who had already pre-calculated and quickly solving the question, left the classroom with puzzled looks. Or he will share memory of the awful heat, which he adored as he worked the field in his village, like a bull, he says, sometimes sneaking outside to feel the warmth of the sun on his now spotted wrists, to remember. But on that day, he was so foggy and drugged he hardly recognized my worried face, looking down on his, and up at the machines connecting tubes to the back of his old hands, beeping mysteriously, flashing numbers of all kinds of importance, observed every hour by nurses, making faithful rounds, who recognized him as Pastor Solomon and put a pink sticker under his name, labeling him aggressive patient. But we put it in the books, alongside the slip and fall on the roof, when I saw my father's otherwise solemn eyes swell up, helpless over the phone. When the call was over, he said, "After all, he is my father." When the other returns from India, he will point to every operation scar on the back of his dentist's head, above his hairy heart, below his tender bosom, and straight across the side of his torso, sliced and stitched all over. That aged body knows perseverance. In a dream last night, I heard him wailing as he clung to the walls of the hallway, lit by a small night light, his back bent over a cane, the sound of his chappals dragging across the tiled floors. Inching towards the toilet, he shouts that the spirits are approaching him now, thieves and angels alike. Two lofty creatures stand above his bed where he prays, "Oh Lord, my time is now." He's wrestling them, except I hear him shout his children's name. Tall men, beating him in the back, waking up the whole house with his cries of painful diminution. Dadu is on his knees before a tall staircase, and it leads him beyond the flat roof of our home in Burnaby, spiraling over Jalandhar, over my grandparents' home on Haley Road, over the widening grass lawn, over the ancient plowed field, over the ruthless Pacific Ocean, over the wooden pulpit. My grandfather used to be a pastor and a stubborn man, so he does both, prophesy his own death and like a bull in the field, pulling forward, he refuses to die.